So I got a new hobby and it is already taking over my life. What is this hobby, you ask me? Well, it is collecting VHS tapes. And I know what you're about to tell me. Wow, that sounds so cool. Should I get into VHS tapes too? Well, let me answer that question. You shouldn't collect VHS tapes. There's no reason to. And if you watch the one Netflix series where it's like, I'm not okay with this, where the girl blows stuff up with her mind, and that one kid says that VHS tapes are better than laser discs, he's wrong. There's actually a few reasons why someone would want to get into VHS tapes, and that's what we're here to talk about today. So if you'll look behind me, you can see that I've already accumulated a good collection of VHS tapes. And if you can see, these are all anime. Except for this. And I also have the Rocky Horror Picture Show on VHS tape. That's one of my creme de la crop. Anime VHS tapes have recently gained a lot of popularity on Instagram, which makes them really fun to collect and showcase your collection. A lot of people have some impressive titles, and their collection is very cool. When you get down to it, Instagram is the main place to go when it comes to collecting VHS tapes. Some of my favorite people who collect VHS tapes are DJ Noodle, Retro Pickle, and then also people like 404 VHS sell VHS tapes on there, and that's the best way to go about getting them. Sure, you can go on eBay and sites like Mercari and find any tape your heart desires, but you're going to pay a premium for them. Tapes like Outlanders is impossible to find online, but I found it at a local store here in Seattle. The majority of my tapes I have found on just out in the wild in antique shops, yard sales, or stores in Seattle. Surprisingly, it's very big in Seattle, and after I say that, that's not very surprising. Of course, I have bought some tapes online, like this one. I actually bought this brand new. It was only $5, so that's kind of a good deal. Now, if you're wondering as to why you should get into VHS tapes, that answer is simple. The quality. Is it better? No, absolutely not. It's a nice compact form factor to play all of my favorite movies. No, absolutely not. They're super cool. No, absolutely not. There is only one reason why someone should ever get into collecting VHS tapes, and that is because you want to. Other people will say that horror movies are good on VHS tapes because there's some movies that never made it to any other form factor, or in some cases, like this, it got censored on DVD and is only exotic on VHS. Another cool thing about VHS tapes is you can make pretty cool bootlegs. These are both bootleg VHS tapes. Here we got Angel's Egg and Daikon 3 and 4. This was originally only on Laserdisc and the Betamax, which, who has a Betamax and who has $1,300 they can just shell out on a Laserdisc? I paid $15 for this and $15 for this as well. Maybe not. Something. I won't tell you where to get these just because bootlegs aren't really legal. No one's gonna care because this is from, what, the 70s or 80s, and this is 1985? But it's still, Another reason that VHS tapes are cool is just pure nostalgia. Like, imagine having all of your favorite childhood movies on the original form factor. You can't really get that on the DVD quality. To feel the static of your childhood screen, that's just epic. Also, can we just talk about how bad the Digimon movie cover is? What is that? What is that? That's not a Digimon. Why does he have 3 fingers but 5 in the movie? Whose are these eyes? This makes no sense. If you're wondering why I got into VHS tape, it's because I saw a Digimon VHS tape at a store for $2, and I was like, no, I shouldn't buy this, because if I buy this, then I'll buy every anime VHS tape that I will ever look at. And then someone else bought me it. Now, there are some problems with collecting VHS tape. For one, they're kind of big, and I have nowhere to store them. I have heard of some people collecting them and putting them in their cereal cupboard, but I wouldn't really recommend that. Get a shelf for it. And that really kind of concludes my should you collect VHS tapes in 2020. Ultimately, no, you shouldn't. But then again, do whatever you want. I have had so much fun going out and collecting these because this I paid $15 for, whereas this I only paid $1 for. So it's just fun to go out in the wild and search for these things. I recommend that everyone has some sort of thing or hobby that you can go out and hunt for. Hunting is just fun. Unless you're killing animals, then I don't condone that. And I know that I'm only focusing on anime here, but if I was to get every movie that I wanted on VHS tape, I wouldn't have room, and I already have a Laserdisc collection, and so this is just something fun that I wanted to limit, and so I'm only getting anime, but from what I can tell, most people get either anime or horror, and that's completely fine. I'm not really big into horror, but to each their own. And if you collect VHS tapes, leave me in the comments and tell me what you get. And until then, bye.